Hello and welcome to another episode of SoundsCape. Now we are at the Nirvana Lounge, an idyllic setting where if you love music, art and food, this is the place to be. We have with us Mr. Yaseen, who is not only a man who's gone through the phases of life, but also is now the guitarist with the in-house band here at Nirvana Lounge. Welcome to the show, Yaseen.
Hi.
Tell me, how did you start with the guitar? What motivated you?
Actually, once I saw video of Dream Theater, and this guy who plays so fast shreds, and his name is John Petrucci. And when I saw this guy, and I just want to become like him, and I just picked up the guitar and started playing, and I didn't just quit it after that.
So did anybody teach you, or you started learning on your own?
Yeah, actually, I'm totally a self-taught guitarist. So most of the part is like internet. So I downloaded some tutorials, videos, and all this stuff, and I just made some friends on the internet, and I just asked for tips and the correct technique to play this move or this solo part, and they helped me with that. And so it's like a never-ending journey. So I'm just keep learning.
So did you get to the electric guitar immediately, or you started playing acoustic and then graduated?
I actually started with the acoustic guitar. I played it around 2 years, and after that I met a friend called Robert, who is actually a guitar tech, and he's actually suggested me to pick up the electric guitar and start playing that.
So from Dream Theater, you saw Petrucci playing and decided, I want to be like him, and you started playing the guitar.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic journey, which again you said out, which is continuing no matter what happens. Is there a favorite song of yours that you would like to dedicate to your friends?
Yeah, actually it's a song from Dream Theater itself. It's called Another Day. That's the first video I saw from them.
Apart from Dream Theater and Petrucci, who else do you like, who really inspires you?
Like there's a band from UK called Porcupine Tree.
Yes.
And it's actually a guy called Steven Wilson. It's like his songs, his songwriting, his emotions, his feeling on his music, and it actually pretty much changed the world of music for me. And I even think like Porcupine Tree is the most it's a music from the future, something like that. Yeah.
Very prophetic words if you're saying is music from the future, because Porcupine Tree is one of those bands who, even I do agree, Steve Wilson is a fantastic songwriter. Is there a song from Porcupine Tree you would like to dedicate as well?
Yeah, it's called Blackest Eyes, and it's some kind of, whenever I listen to this song, I kind of think like it's happening to me, it's something that happened to me, it's like that.
Yaseen, tell me one thing. When you're playing the acoustic guitar and then suddenly you go to the electric guitar, there's a big change in technique that happens as well, because when you're striking a note, what happens in the electric guitar, it starts staying for some time.
Yeah.
So how did you overcome that? It would have been a complete different feeling. When you first started playing electric guitar, you'd be like, what is happening to me?
Yeah, it's like if you're playing with a distorted sound, in acoustic guitar, like you play and it stops playing. And in electric guitar, you have to actually place your hand and mute the sound. So it takes a while for it to get adjusted. Even I'm having problems with muting technique. So gradually it's changing for me.
What about playing chords? Because you play a chord on a normal acoustic guitar, then you know, okay, your chord's going to finish now, then you start playing another chord. You don't have to really mute it on electric guitar, but then you do know the difference in sound.
Yeah, if you are playing a chord, you wanted some notes and maybe you don't want other notes, so you just mute out the other notes, so you can actually move on to other chords, just like muting the notes in one chord itself.
While you were playing in-house and otherwise with your friends and all, was there a moment that you can remember, that you can't forget while playing?
Actually, I kind of remember most of the days playing in here, because every day is something, deep, and I can't even tell with words. So it's very emotional for me playing with a band, and I can't even think I didn't even dream like playing like this. So it came to a moment like I'm playing in a band, and I think in a few years from now I will start writing my own stuff.
So from playing the guitar to writing your own music, are you looking to form your own band in the future? Has that plan ever sunk in?
Yeah, even I like that plan, but everyone is busy with their life. Some people they have jobs some people are like getting educated, so they don't have enough time to spend with the band. So it's actually a pretty tough job to get people into a band and stay with them forward. Like maybe you'll get a guy and next month they will say, oh, I can't stay with the band. You know,
so you're having a problem getting people to stay because they got different things to do and nobody's really
exactly.
motivated to be part of the band.
Yeah.
Before Dream Theater, what motivated you as a music?
Like I kind of like all the old pop songs like Michael Jackson, Backstreet Boys and all stuff. Like those songs have got great melodies and it just keep ringing in your head, and that pretty much turned me on into music.
Let's say before Dream Theater, which would be your favorite song?
Like there's this band called Bee Gees.
Yes.
And this song called Matsitudes, and pretty much like that song because when I was a kid I used to listen to that song my dad was playing. So
your dad also got
no, he
you
was
to
actually playing the cassette.
Okay, but then he also loved Bee Gees, I guess. So
exactly.
that was there. Now this is what happens in most families, but if the parents love music, then the children automatically click onto it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So you can say, you can probably say that this one song they're going to play from the Bee Gees is for your dad.
Yeah, pretty much.
When I spoke to you earlier, this is before we even started shooting, you gave me one point that really sticks on. You said different genres kind of inspire you. And you also said that you wanted to, the way you started playing was that you wanted to get a band that plays something psychedelic.
Yeah.
What inspiration is that?
It's actually, you hear music that is kind of pretty much the same every time. Like you can hear the progressions, like there are a few songs that are like same progressions. And like into the psychedelic music, it's like you're trying to experiment with music. I think that's the exact word to say, experiment. So you're like using chemicals is like codes, and you're like experimenting, and it sounds psychic to other people, so they call it psychedelic. But I think it's like I'm trying to make new music, so it's like experimenting for me.
So say in the future, I think your aim is going to be to make a band that experiments with music and also goes psychedelic.
Yeah.
So do you think Pink Floyd also is one of the bands that inspired you?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I grew up listening to Pink Floyd. Like there were so many days. Like it may be a bad day or a good day, but Pink Floyd is going to be for me. Like in the
right. I'm also a huge Pink Floyd fan. Would you want to dedicate one song from Pink Floyd to your fans out there?
Yeah, there's a song called "Comfortably Numb." Like there's a solo he plays, and it's so great solo. And yeah, I love that song.
Well, we've come to the end of this episode of SoundsCape. Yaseen here sat and literally spoken about what inspired him to play music, how he started music and what his future ideas are, and also where he wants to go with music in his life. Thank you so much for being on the show, Yaseen. It's been a pleasure and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Well, on SoundsCape, let me tell you, it's a platform for people to come and talk about what inspires them to really enjoy music. If you're a musician or even if you're not and you really want to talk about something that inspires you, this is the platform. Do it on SoundsCape. Now, to be invited, you have to do a small favor to us. Send us an email to rosebowl@asianetindia.com and we will invite you over to the show. Till next week, goodbye.